Since some of you said I speak a little fast, I actually made extra effort to speak slower. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's for beginners and advanced traders. If you have a question, leave a comment down below. And without further ado, let's just get down to the video. Right, so for this scalping strategy, we will need two indicators. One of them is the moving average, the second one is MACD. Now you might have heard of these indicators before and that is totally fine, but this trading method is very successful and I highly recommend it if you trade in on the short-term time frame. So the first thing that we want is to add the indicators. So go inside the indicators tab on TradingView and type in moving average. Click OK and now type in MACD. Once you do that, click on the moving average, convergence, divergence. Once we close the tab off, all we need to do is just change the length from 9 to 20 on our moving average. So length 9, change it to 20, maybe style it up a little bit. There we go, make it nice and bright. So this is what we need. If you want, you can style the MACD as well, just for clear visibility. Now, if you're new, you're probably confused. There's a line on some candlesticks. What does that do? Or there's a volume bar down here and you don't know what it means. That will be explained in just a second. Now, for this trading strategy, we really need the market to move in the same direction. What I mean by that is all the moving averages on the daily, 4-hourly and 1-hourly time frames have to be going towards the upside or the downside, the same direction. So we're currently on the daily time frame. If we change it to the 4-hourly time frame, as you can see, is currently crossed the moving average line just over here and now shooting down. We can see the same thing occurring on the MACD, which is not good. That is not what we want. We want daily and 4-hourly and even the 1-hourly time frame to be on the same direction and steadily moving up or down. So we need to find it. So at the moment, Euro USD is not a good trade. Let's have a look at GBP USD. GBP USD 4-hourly time frame trending down, 1-hourly is trending down. How about daily? It's trending up. So it's still not a valid trade. Now I probably need to mention this. I did say 5-minute time frame, but we will get to that in just a second. We need to find our base where we want to be trading on before we can scalp successfully with this strategy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you will not always find the entry and that's totally okay. But once you find the base, this is the first step in the right direction to becoming a profitable scalper. Now look, GBP CAD on the daily is going down. It has crossed the moving average line. 4-hourly time frame, same thing, bearish engulfing candle, crosses the moving average, goes towards the downside. 1-hourly time frame, as you can see, moving average over here, candlesticks below, suggests great bearish pressure and momentum. So for our scalping trade, what do we want to do? We want to sell. So what we need to do now is just enter the 5-minute time frame. Now the 5 minutes is currently trending towards the upside, right? We are seeing a nice trend towards the upside. We are also seeing maybe a bearish engulfing candle. So what we need to do is wait until the market decides to cross this 20 moving average and cross the MACD line over here. Once this has crossed just over here and over here, that's our perfect entry opportunity towards the downside, and we would enter this trade short immediately. That would be the perfect entry opportunity. Now this example that I'm giving is on live charts, so we obviously have to wait until this does happen, right? And if we don't get the entry, we don't enter the trade. So what I'm going to do is wait a little bit. Maybe this entry does happen and I'll enter the trade live for you guys. But if not, let's just go back to our replay tool and find something from previous data and see the result that has happened with this strategy. So this is a good example of a scalping trading opportunity. As you can see, the market is currently trending towards the downside and it has been for a little bit, over 20 minutes or so. And now we can see the MACD line, the blue line over here, is crossing the 000 price level. When it crosses or attempts to cross, this is your entry opportunity. So I would wait for a 5-minute candlestick closure and I would enter short in this position. Now your stop loss would be just above the moving average, so let's say around 20 pips to make it even, and your take profit would be 20 pips as well. Now, you don't really have to do a 2-to-1 to 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio on this, because this scalping strategy is 60% to 75% profitable depending on the currency pair you trade on. So you will definitely win more than you lose, and you don't have to overcomplicate things by money managing. So now let's just quickly have a look at the result. It shoots towards the upside a little bit, which is very common. Push, exhaustion scenario, continues to move down, and then we saw a nice push towards the downside. Obviously the market has closed over here, opened up around this level. It would have hit your take profit level, and this is how you trade this strategy. Very simple to do. The only problem with this strategy, you might not find too many trades, but once you do, most of the time they are very, very profitable. So if you're trading like myself, I usually just scroll through, a bunch of currency pairs quickly and see what's going on. And if I find a match that I trade that I like, I place that trade, and probably it's going to be profitable. Now we're coming back to GBP CAD, the 5-minute time frame, and as you can see, it's 50 seconds left until this candlestick closes. If it closes as a bearish engulfing candle, which means the red one is much bigger than the previous blue one, this candlestick formation over here, it means it's a good entry opportunity, and it's likely going to start selling off bit by bit. As you can see, it's crossing the moving average of 20 at the moment as well, and if it does, it's a great trading opportunity. Even the MACD lines are crossing. Generally, you should be waiting for this 000 level to be crossed as well, but in some cases, if you're happy with a bearish engulfing candle, the moving average cross and the MACD cross as well, this could be a great opportunity to sell off your trade. So now, as you can see, let's say we would be selling. I would say moving average just above, but in this case, as you can see, there were a lot of areas of sensitivity here, like a nice resistance zone here, resistance zone here. So really you want to be aiming to kind of put your stop loss just above this area zone. So let's say 15 pips, that's pretty good, and take profit 15 pips as well. So now let's see how the market does. As you can see, currently pushing down nicely already. So if I placed this trade, it would have been in very slight profit. And let's see how it does. Right, so it's actually very boring to sit here and wait, but as you can see, the market is pushing downwards nicely. As you can see, around 5.6 pips at the moment, and very likely it's gonna, play around and shoot towards the downside, which is what I'm saying. Daily, 4 hourly and 1 hourly are trending towards the downside, which is indicated by our 20 moving average, this blue line over here. Once we get that, we go to the 5-minute time frame, we wait for a nice crossover. So as you can see, it was trending up, continues to trend up, boom, bearish engulfing candle, crosses the 20 moving average, a nice crossover here, and also as you can see, it's now crossed the 0.000 level as well, which would have been a perfect opportunity to enter the trade, and it would have been a great scalping trade. I can guarantee it. I've been doing it a lot, and it's free for you guys. So we could sit here all day and wait for the take profit level, but I'm not going to do that. Let's continue with the video and find a few more examples so you fully understand what I'm talking about. So we can have a look at CAD Swiss franc. As you can see, a nice bullish engulfing candle crossed the moving average over here, started pushing towards the upside. We are seeing the same thing on the MACD, nice push towards the upside. Want to now head over to the 4 hourly time frame. Look at this, 4 hourly shooting towards the upside. Same thing seen on the MACD and the 1 hourly time frame. Look at this beautiful bullish engulfing candle, close, and MACD obviously trending towards the upside. Once again, we found daily, 4 hourly and 1 hourly time frames trending towards the upside in this case. So what we want to do now is go on the 5-minute time frame. So look at this, the 5-minute time frame has now recently broke out this area zone. It also recently has crossed these MACD lines. Soon it's going to reach the 0 level, which is pretty much a base point where you want to enter your trade. But since it has already closed and we are seeing a nice reliable trade entry. What we're going to do now is just enter this trade over here. What you want to think about for a stop loss is the moving average line. Of course, we want it below the moving average line, but we also see a nice area of support over here. This is a support. Think about support as a floor you're standing on. Very likely it's not going to drop. You're pretty comfortable on this floor, and that's why the market has, every time it touched this floor, shot towards the upside. So what you want to do is just go below the floor. Okay, so let's say 15 pips in this case, and then do take profit 15 as well. And now we want to just play the replay tool, and we want to just wait and see what happens. So if we play the tool, it shoots towards the upside nicely. It continues to shoot up. Maybe a pullback, push exhaustion, push scenario reaches this area zone. And it's a great little strategy. Once you get a hang of it, trust me, it works great. I cannot recommend this enough. And now if we have a look at our GBP CAD trade that I talked about, which was live, as you can see, it recently reached our take profit level. So I'm not just back testing everything. You know, you saw this. The market is moving. Look, the candlesticks are moving. This strategy does work, and it works great. I really recommend you guys trying this. And if you want, you can join our free or premium trading group. It's the first link down in the description below. So if you do enjoy my videos, make sure to watch this one. This one's pretty damn good.